Stadium in Santa Clara. The scene a short time ago, this crowd, they love their 49ers, and they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room. And we're ready for football as the 49ers get set to do battle with the Green Bay Packers. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. They fake the give. Now Rodgers. Throw right side. This is into the hands of the tight end, Tonyan. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 14 yards there on the first play from scrimmage. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Here's Rodgers to throw. He's got Tonyan complete over the middle. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. A gain of 6 there on first. Well, this defense for the Niners, very strong last week as they helped their squad improve to 2-0 on the young season.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game? That number, 6. Absolutely phenomenal performance. They were on top of their game right from the first snap.
And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
Oh, he tried to pitch it, and the ball's loose. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
On 2nd and 9, Rodgers. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete. Josiah DeGuara, the intended receiver. But now it's 3rd down. He was waving his arms, wanted the football, but he dropped it. And that reminds me of a story you told me from your days at Tennessee. We don't need to mention the other guy's name, but when he dropped an open pass that you blew coverage on, what'd you say to him?
Yeah, it's really not right since I blew coverage, but since he dropped the pass, I said, well, maybe next time he'll just walk it out here and hand it to you. Would that be easier? He wasn't real thrilled with that.
That's cold-blooded. Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 24-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards.
Well, I know from past experience, before you actually play a game, you visualize what's going to happen. And I don't know anyone who doesn't visualize themselves being in the center of what's going on. That's 3 catches for him here in the early going. He's got to like the way this is started.
Absolutely. 3 catches on any drive is good. Opening drive, that's a tone setter. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Second and 14. To throw is Rodgers. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Eric Armstead, the defensive end, will get credited for the sack. Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long. From the gun, it's Rodgers. He finds Randall Cobb with a completion. They'll get 19 out of this, but it will still bring up a 4th down.
Nice job understanding the situation. 3rd and long, kept the play in front of them and made the tackle. They gave up a good chunk of yardage, but it does force a 4th down.
And Crosby puts it through, and the Packers are off to a 3-0 lead. In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
Well, a dangerous return man showing it here. Past midfield, look out. Still going past the 30, and he'll bring it back all the way. So they gave up the field goal, but boom, they get it right back. Don't even worry about getting their offense on the field. They return it on the kickoff.
So I see your 3 points.
And raise you
6. Double it up, coming right back at them. And if that's going to be the trade all game long, someone's going to be very happy with the end result.
So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And a methodical drive last time, but they couldn't get that knockout blow. They had to settle for 3.
But you got to like what
It's a foot race. The 20, 10, touchdown, Packers. Well, Devontae Adams, he's a great volume receiver. Here, he's able to do some pretty nifty work after the catch.
And that should serve as a big warning to this defense. They know now that they have to stick close to these receivers because they have the ability to break games wide open after the catch. And that one wound up in the end zone.
And the next-gen stats show us the tale of how much yardage he was able to tack on after the catch. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. Set to return. Here's Raheem Mostert. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. Throwing on first down is Lance. That's complete. It's Kyle Juszczyk. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
And I like where this offense is going. I like what they're thinking because they want to spread the wealth and move the ball around. And they decide to get the fullback involved in these pass patterns as well. Normally, 2-yard hitch or a little flare out of the backfield. But this time, they sent him downfield. He's able to make a big play.
From midfield, here's Lance. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. They find some open field here. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 16 more on that one and another first down.
That's a sight that 49er fans like. George Kittle catching a pass for a first down. Remember, he only played in 8 games in 2020, but he was a 1,000-yard receiver in 2018, 2019. They're hoping he can regain his all-pro form this season.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. From the gun, it's Lance. This to the outside, it's Sermon. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Rookie quarterback, rookie running back. They team up there to pick up the first. He's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7.
Next, the receivers helped spread the defense out, and they were able to come through with a slashing run.
But to that point, it's going to be interesting to see the personnel chess match as this one progresses.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Can they continue to create running lanes out of passing sets? And if so, it's going to be a long day for the defense.
And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
They'll try and run here with Mostert. And now Mostert is going to be stopped up short. He did not get there. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
And now a timeout coming from the defensive side for the Packers. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. They'll try it now with Mostert. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Raheem Mostert, his 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And once again, the 49ers are back out in front. Gold with the extra point, and the lead is now 14-10. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And last time the formula was pretty simple. 1-play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, 1-play drive's exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here. It was Marcel Harris out of Florida making the tackle that time. Coming up on a 2nd and 6. On play action, Rodgers. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. To throw, it's Rodgers. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. Now a first down carry by Jones. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. That one whistled against a big right tackle.
You'd think being able to fire out and block, it'd be a lot easier to not commit a holding penalty, but it's tough to keep those guys right in front, isn't it?
Rodgers going to throw. Looking deep for Adams. And that is caught at the 10-yard line. Touchdown, Packers. Even later into his career now, there aren't too many guys that can launch it downfield with accuracy better than Aaron Rodgers. Extra point up and good by Crosby. And it's now 17-14. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really looked clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
On second down, Mostert. He works his way forward for a couple up past the 30.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
From the gun on third down, Lance. Getting it out left side to Sanu. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means fourth down. Here's Mitch Wishnowsky now on to punt. Fair catch called for and made right at the 25-yard line. 36 yards on the punt with no return. And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They have to be pleased with the way that they've moved the football thus far.
And why?
And now on the pitch, the ball's loose. And the ball ends up out of bounds, so it'll be a loss on the play. Second time he's fumbled in this game. Fortunate for him, this one goes out of bounds.
And the key for him now is how much equity have you built up with your coaching staff? How much equity have you built up with your team to continue to get opportunities? Fortunate that one went out of bounds, saved him from a turnover.
The fumble on first down. Now here's second down. On play action, it's Rodgers. And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked. Maurice Hurst, the defensive tackle, getting in there for a loss of 5. Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on third and long. Here's Rodgers. A leap, and he's got it. He got it. And he's going to have a Packers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. The defense shaking their heads, not aggressive enough, and they allow him to convert a 3rd and 18. Rodgers now on first down. He'll drop this underneath for Jones. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 11 more on that one, and another first down.
And they'll use him out of the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 46. Now they'll toss to Jones running left. And he's got some space here. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. He's able to rip off 32 on that one. It's a first down.
Brandon, I think you and I were both raised the same way in the game of football. You run to set up the pass, but I think we've discovered in this NFL, a lot of teams pass to set up the run. And that's what they've done throughout this game. They've aired it out, thrown it around the yard. Now they've come back to the running game, and they find a way to be successful with it.
He's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Second down and 3. Ball on the 7. Off the option, it's Jones. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Aaron Jones, his second touchdown on the season. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. Now Crosby for the point after. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Makes the score, Packers 24, 49ers 14. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They're down now 24-14. Work to do as they come up on a 1st and 10. Now Lance. Here's Sanu on the catch. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Throwing now is Lance. He'll dump this off to Sermon, complete. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. That's a 12-yard gain now on back-to-back plays.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Faking the give to Mostert. Now Lance. This one caught by Kittle. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
This will be caught at Samuel. Touchdown 49ers. Deebo Samuel, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the 49ers are back within a score. And on that one, able to catch it, also able to have the wherewithal to take it in for the score.
And how about the phases of a successful catch and a completion of a play? Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then, of course, the run after the catch that ends up in the end zone.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. From the 6. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. They'll start out on the ground with Jones. Dre Greenlaw in there on the tackle.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Play action. Now it's Rodgers. Looking deep for Adams. And that's caught inside the 35.
Uh-oh.
Touchdown, Packers. I think it's fair to say there's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like a big play, and that was something special there. Boy, was he moving. Crosby connects on the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And a first half that really has not been kind to them. A late opportunity here to maybe make some inroads on this deficit before half.
And this drive's going to go a long way towards telling us whether they actually have a chance to come all the way back in this game or not.
Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a first down.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
A 1st and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a one-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. It's a gain of 7, and it'll make it 2nd down. Lance, a give now to Sermon. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. Mike McGlinchey, the Notre Dame man, guilty on that one. Here's Lance. Checks it down to Sermon out of the backfield. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. It looks like the Packers have added an extra DB on 3rd down. On play action, Lance. And trying to get it to Samuel, but it's intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick, and he's able to bring it up 5 yards shy of midfield to the 45-yard line. So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it was a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. It's caught here by Adams. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first. When we see another great performance like this out of Aaron Rodgers, you have to chuckle thinking that his only FBS offer was a walk-on at Illinois.
And now he's the pride of Butte Junior College, of course at Cal. And I remember watching him play at Cal, and he would run 7-on-7 drills. Angry if the ball ever hit the ground, and didn't do it very often.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Now it's Rodgers. Gets this to his running back, Aaron Jones. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. The kick by Crosby is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Here's Jonathan Coachman. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The 49ers going to have the football and trailing on the scoreboard as we get back underway on EA Sports. Mostert now to return. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And, Charles, they trail here, though not really the fault of this offense.
No, they certainly did their part in the first half. But when you're in a shootout like this, you definitely want your defense to play better, but you know that's out of your control. All you can do, keep putting points on the scoreboard and keep giving your defense opportunities to make stops.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Lance now to throw. The tight end Kittle has it on the left side. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. Lance finding Kittle. First down, San Francisco.
I got kicked out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations. But a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
Check 24, check 24. Slants. Ultra. Go ultra.
Off of play action, here's Lance. That's complete. It's Brandon Ayuk. He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 23 yards on the play. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. They give the Sermon out of the gun. He takes it down to the 42, a 5-yard run.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
And they went the wrong way there, losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. Throwing his Lance on 3rd down. He'll find Sermon out of the backfield. And he is going to have a Niners first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
Complete to the tight end, Kittle, over the middle of the field. Touchdown! George Kittle, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the 49ers have cut it back within a score. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a 1-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a 1-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change. Because otherwise, that could overrun your team. You've got to be careful right here.
6 yards left on second down. Now Rodgers, buying time to his left. Space to maneuver at the 40. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. What can't Aaron Rodgers do? The legwork there getting him the first. On first down, Rodgers. Setting up the screen here, Aaron Jones. A nice little screen. They get 6 on first down.
Good call there on first down. And, Brandon, I'm getting better over the years of not screaming out, screen, screen, screen with my defensive training. They want to keep those pass rushers honest, and they did so there, and they wind up picking up positive yardage.
On second down, it's Jones. And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
An extra DB for the 49ers now on third. To throw is Rodgers. That's complete to Cobb. And he is going to have a Packers first down, and he's going to have it by plenty. Able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 2. Rodgers to Cobb, good for a Green Bay first. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 43. Now Rodgers. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders. Hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
They go back to the ground with Jones. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Well, this has been a long drive. In fact, it's eaten up a good chunk of the third quarter, which is precisely what you want when you're playing with the lead. You control the football, you control the clock, and impose your will on the defense.
1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had it and dropped it. That is an unforced error there, and it takes away what could have been a touchdown. Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Rodgers. Throw right side. This is into the hands of the tight end, Tunyon. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down to about the 21 or 22. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he will have the first down before he's tackled at the 12. 65 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Dillon now on 1st and 10. And here he'll get it down to the 7. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Aaron Jones, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Packers add on to their lead. Circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give them a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
Rodgers will throw for it. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by the former first-rounder Jimmy Ward. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. Mostert now to return. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offensive sails because they had it going pretty good last time too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again, and see if they can get it downfield.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now Lance. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A gain there of 21 yards. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. Oh, he breaks another. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
3 yards remain for 2nd down.
Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go.
From the gun, Sermon. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 15 for the Niners there and a 1st down. Now, yes, a 2-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on 2nd and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right. They did pick up the 1st down there, but they, as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now because it's a 2-possession game. They've got to get there twice to make sure they have a chance to win.
Faking the give to Mostert. Now Lance. This to the outside, it's Sermon. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Lance. Open man is Samuel. Complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Lance on target to Samuel for a Niner 1st. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Trey Lance taking it in from 11 yards out. And the 49ers have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. Gould able to tack on the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. This game has really flipped on its head. 2 unanswered touchdowns by the other side, and now they take over here with just a very slim one-score lead.
And we've seen this how many times now? Teams get a big lead, they go into coast mode, and all of a sudden they're scrambling and battling for a win down the stretch. They've got to put something together right here, otherwise they're in danger of doing the old snatching defeat from the jaws of victory.
Play action. Now it's Rodgers. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack.
I think most quarterbacks would love to have the goal line actually extend up into the air and turn into a wall, and they can put their back against it and know exactly where they are on the field so they don't end up in the end zone. Didn't do it on that play, but perilously close to the goal line.
The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Another try after the first down sack. Rodgers, that is caught. It's the tight end, Tunyon. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me. I'm going to keep firing.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. That goes for a gain of 31. The offense just continues to reign supreme. Big plays, both sides, back and forth. Tough to keep track of.
It certainly is, and I'm over here just marveling at what I'm seeing. It's tough for you, though. You've got to call all these big plays and have all this emotion each time they go at each other.
The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. The give is to Jones. And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory. Tackled by Jordan Willis. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
Here's Jones again on 2nd down. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 84 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. And carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. 17 yards on the play there as the Packers have the first down as well. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
At the 19-yard line.
Throwing now is Rodgers. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. From the shotgun to give to Jones. And they'll get him down right around the 16. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. And Crosby puts it through, and that'll push the lead up to 8. Now, from a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a one-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn into a play action, and throw one deep.
Lance now on first down. Getting this out to the flat, Mostert. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They come up on a second down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire. Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. And they'll try to save the timeouts to use on defense if need be as he runs up and spikes it. Back to throw. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it. He was trying to get it to George Kittle, his tight end. And now it's third down. Third and long coming up. Defensively, you pressure the quarterback or drape all over the passing lane?
Yes, that's exactly what you do. It's both because they're not mutually exclusive. They may have been at one time in football, but not anymore. You want to have that pressure. If you have a big-time pass rusher, send him after the quarterback and then make sure you blanket the field.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. He's back to throw. And that is incomplete.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a first down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. And they'll go for it. Lance. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down. He'll look to throw. Checks it down to Sermon out of the backfield. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. Call it a gain of 5, and it's a second down.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 13-yard line.
Back to throw. He'll dump this off to Sermon, complete. And the Niners are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock. First and goal, a touchdown and a 2-point conversion here are musts. They'll look to throw. And this is caught. He's got it for a touchdown. And now in the final seconds, it's all going to come down to a 2-point conversion.
We'll break down the touchdown later. It's 2-point conversion time. Go to your script, pick your play, and go for it.
The late touchdown was only half the battle. Now they need the 2-point conversion to tie the ball game. They'll look to throw. And he will get in. The 2-point conversion is good. And we may be on our way to overtime. Everything was riding on that 2-point conversion, and they got it.
They got it. They now have the momentum. Time really dwindling in this game. Now their big deal is make sure they get a good kickoff and don't give up anything big on the defensive end.
So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this 4th quarter. From the 6. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They have a little bit of time here to get in the field goal range. Not much. In a tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder, Jimmy Ward. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line.
Well, we say it often, Charles, but not all interceptions are created equally, and that is a big one here in a tie ball game in the 4th quarter.
And Brandon, when games are this close, it usually comes down to the team making the fewest mistakes, and that was one of our mantras back at Tennessee. Coach Mills used to say all the time, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. You've got to cut those down to give yourself an opportunity.
Good starting field position for the 49ers as they have it 1st and 10 at their own 43. This will be caught. It's Samuel. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Maybe a frustration penalty there because he's picked them apart.
They've tried their best to get to him and haven't done it successfully. A penalty as a result of that hit there.
And This is good. Ronnie Gold knocks it through in a pressure spot. And Union Street will be hopping tonight. The 49ers have won it. Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
As an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Niners, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they'll get to stay home again next week as the Seattle Seahawks come to town. Meanwhile, for the Packers, they suffered defeat for the first time as they dropped to 2-1. And they'll look to get back on the beam next week as they host the Pittsburgh Steelers.